Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with the Bros. Hope you guys are having a great week. We're about a week away from Christmas. We're about a week away from Christmas. Oh man, time is just flying by. And then we're like about 2 weeks away from New Year's
New Year's.
Eve
Yeah.
day, New Year's Day, however you want to say it. So yeah, it's going to be it's a busy time for a lot of us. Hope you guys are doing well. Alongside Fair and Smitty, I'm Chris. Hey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on our YouTube channel, Wrestling with the Bros. So that way, when we go live, like we are now, you will be notified. And also follow us on Twitter, where Fair has it right there on his or his name, WWTB 2024. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Hit us up. Let us know what's happening. Retweet anything that we say, hit the like button, all that type of stuff. Fair hasn't been here in 2 weeks, or yeah, he hasn't been here in
Yeah.
2 weeks. Last week it was James and I, so this week it is Fair and I. Fair, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Much better than last week, brother. Man, I be candid. I I worked like a half of an overnight shift on I was doing it on Wednesday. I think we said we were going to record on Thursday that week.
Mhm.
Uh, so I'm working, whatever. I'm like half. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? I started at 3 o'clock. I just started getting this horrible pain. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? Bro, I wind up, leaving. Like, I'm curled up on the floor. I'm like, my wife's like, call an ambulance. I'm like, no, I'll drive. Like 5 seconds later, nah, I'll call an ambulance. Like, bro. So, long story short, um, I had a kidney stone and I had to pass
Oof.
it. So that's been my 2 weeks.
Oof.
Bro, oh my, I would not wish that on anyone, bro. Not my worst enemy. The ER doctor said it was the equivalent, quote unquote, of a woman having childbirth or whatever. I'm like, if that's what it feels like, holy
They can
shit!
have it.
Shout out to all the women. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's been my little week long excursion. I was in bad pain for like a week and a half, man. Couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, yeah, man. We're glad that you're doing much better, man. Glad that you are here. Uh, I'm sure you have a lot to discuss and a lot to talk about because you haven't been
Hmm.
able to talk about a lot of stuff because you've been
Right.
well, for the last 2 weeks.
If you pay
Um,
attention to my Twitter, I'd say it there though.
yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you,
Hmm.
you you said a lot. Excuse me, but let's go ahead and get started because Saturday night's main event took place and it was only four matches. Uh, it was the Cody versus Oba, Bailey versus Soruka. Also, you had the tag team matches. The tag team match, excuse me,
Hmm.
of AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus, and I'm drawing a blank who the heck they fought.
Uh,
Javon
Javon
Evans, and
Evans and the dude from TNA, I don't remember his name, but
yeah, I forgot his name, so
yeah.
so forgive me. And then of course the main event was Gunther against John Cena. Uh, not a bad Saturday night's main event. Not a bad one. I think me and James, we had talked about this last week on the pod fair, that
Mm,
no matter who won or lost, it wasn't going to hurt anybody. That everybody was going to benefit from it. Um, from from the event itself, nobody, in our opinion, nobody was really going to hurt from it.
mm.
But I had no problems with it. It was a nice little show, about 2 hours or what have you. So, Fair, I'm gonna start with you. Go ahead. What were your thoughts on Saturday night's main event
All
from
right,
Washington
so
D.C.?
I'm a I'm gonna take it from the point where you called me and said, "How do you feel about Saturday night main event first?"
Hmm.
So Chris calls me and he's like, "So, what's your thoughts on Saturday night main event?" I said, "I didn't watch that shit to be goddamn critical. I was in my emotions. I don't know what I think right now. It was it was strangely emotional,
Hmm.
And I'm not 41 years old. I don't care, whatever. Married, 4 kids. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I got emotional. Didn't cry, didn't do it, but you think back to he wasn't my childhood, but a good part of my younger 20s. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I phased out, but I paid attention to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that generation's guy. I called him uh the new generation Hogan. Like that's Hogan 2.0 in my
Hmm.
opinion. That's exactly who he was mirrored to be. He is Hulk Hogan for the 21st century. So yeah, it was just like watching it live. It was really like, damn, this dude that I've been watching for 20 years is leaving. And then it's like you look at yourself and then you be like, bro, you old. Oh, like because I'm 40 now. So it's like all of that was going through my head. And I watched it back. We get to the critical and the analytical part of it. Nothing was wrong with that PLE. Well, Saturday, well, however you want to call it. It was. You said it was a decent show. I did. I'll say it was a very good show.
Hmm.
Very very good show. Oba and Cody, I feel mm, oddly like exceeded my expectations. I didn't know that. I don't know how y'all picked it if y'all picked it, but I called it. I think like a week before I said, or who when they announced the match. I think in the chat, I said Drew interferes and that's how Oba wins or whoever wins. I knew it was gonna be Oba because I know Oba's coming up next. I know he's the next guy. So you put him in the ring with the champ, let the main crowd know who he is. I'm pretty sure he'll make a couple more appearances. You put him against Cody, involve him with Drew, bang, ready made right there, right? So pleasantly surprised that they found a way to give Oba the win because I was definitely afraid they was gonna have Cody beat him, which I would have absolutely murdered. Absolutely murdered. There's no way you can have Cody beat him clean. But
Hmm.
they didn't, and they found a way. I'm fine with that. I don't care about the wins and losses, and I just don't ruin dude before he gets up there. So that did not see Bailey losing to Sol Ruka. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming at
I
all.
can't remember if I picked uh Soul to win or not. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Think
I
I
didn't
did,
see
but I
that
can't
one.
remember.
I thought it was going to be shenanigans with the partner that they've been having beef with on NXT. I thought, oopsie daisy, Bailey got a pin, but nope. So right there for me, they put over all the young talent. So right there, that made it a very good show. Like they're telling you the dudes that are coming up next, the women that are coming up next, they put them over legitimate main roster stars, and then you got the tag team match where obviously they was going to lose because you're not going to put the belts on them, but they went out there and they tore the house down.
Hmm.
So right there, just those three matches made it a very good show. I I I don't know why John is. Well, I know why John is going because he can't. He said it on. If anybody didn't watch the Rinaldi interview, he did. He pretty much said, "Bro, we had to split the difference on the insurance that I had to take out for these movie companies."
Hmm.
And every time I do that, it hurts my pockets. The shit is expensive, so I can't keep doing this. So they put a whole year out. Crazy to me how he won 200 dates. I'm like, bro, like, so you cleared your whole schedule. And then they said, nah, just 32. And then he's like, oh, so I can do this, that, and the third too? Yeah, let's do that. That is crazy. Like, I gotta watch that Rinaldi interview if you have it. It was really, really good. But we get to the main point. Listen, I don't know why this uproar is. Chris, explain to me why is the uproar of this man losing? Why? What is this?
I
What is
think,
this?
I, I think it. I think a lot of old school wrestlers have a problem with it. I think people feel that John Cena should have won. I think we both. I think James and I both picked Gunther to win. I'm pretty sure you picked Gunther to win too. Also, he's leaving. Right? He's not coming back ever again. He's not doing anything. He's not wrestling ever again. Why would you have? Why would you have him lose? I mean, why would you have him win in his last match? I mean, I get it. It makes a good feel good story or what have you, but no, have him lose. And I think I tweeted this out on Wrestle with the Bros page.
Mm,
I think I said that something to the effect of it would be ironic or poetic or something like that if he were to lose by tapping out. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. He ended up tapping out. You know, his for 20, or at least a good 18 to 20 years, his whole mantra, his whole slogan was never give up. Had it on his t-shirts, that towel, all that stuff or whatever. And then for him to actually do it, for him to actually give up, by tapping, I
mm,
think it was just it's kind of like one of those I'm gonna tell you what it put me in the mind of. You remember
mm.
the series finale of Snowfall?
I have not watched Snowfall.
Okay, all right. Well,
I've seen the clips of the finale though, so maybe I might know what you're talking about. But
pretty much Franklin became what everything that he
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 became a bum.
he became a bum, and he pretty much, and he also became an alcoholic of everything he resented his dad for, whatever,
Mm,
and in a sense, that's what John Cena did. He didn't become an alcoholic or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that you know he ended up he put Gunther over really well by doing the very thing that he has told people for years not to do, was to never give up. And what did he do with a smile as he's being choked, tapped, he's getting choked out? He's like, "Yeah, I ain't got no more, dog." And you know, I think the old schoolers are upset about it or what have you. Me personally,
See,
I
I
kind of had a
disagree. I
feeling.
don't know if the old schoolers are the old schoolers are the dudes that actually defending it. It's the
Okay.
new school generation people or the dudes that are my age that do all the rage bait bullshit that are sitting there trying to gaslight this bro. Listen here, like I don't like and people comparing this to Sting and AEW. Let me get this let me get this make this perfectly clear. Okay, perfectly clear. John Cena is double the star that Sting is. Okay, stop comparing him to people that is not in his level. Anybody that's been the top guy in any wrestling company, don't matter. WCW, NWA, WWE, WWE, that dude loses. Why? Because his name is the shit that brought the tickets to the show. John Cena is a Hogan. John Cena is a Rock. John Cena is a Austin. He is not a fucking Sting. Okay? He's not a fucking Sting. And there's no disrespect to Sting, but we all know in this world, it's levels to this shit. Right or wrong. There's
Hmm.
levels to this shit. So Hogan, on his way out or his multiple way outs, he loses all the time. Why? Because you beat Hulk Hogan. John Cena loses. Why? Because you beat John Cena. You made homie do what he hasn't done other than two other times in his whole fucking career. and you did it in his last match to put his ass out the pasture. What do you mean? Do you not know how to build a supervillain?
Yeah, because he Gunther got booed like crazy on Raw, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Because one of the people who was, it seemed like he was really against it. I don't know if, did you see Jeff Jarrett's quote
No, I
about,
didn't. What was this? What did you say?
and I'm going to kind of paraphrase it and just bring it all together
Mm,
because it's pretty lengthy.
mm,
But he said that that time honored tradition, that, excuse me, that is the biggest bunch of BS I've ever heard. It goes against it almost goes against the grain of every territory, and really even through Hulkamania days in the '90s. What do you do to a legend? You protect them. You make up for their shortcomings in the ring. You kind of respect and take care of the integrity of the business. And I'm gonna jump down to towards the end of what Jeff Jarrett was saying, what he said. He said, because he said this on My World podcast, by the way. Why do I think he thought that this was the single dumbest finish ever in the history of this business? Because it's a direct slap in the face of our industry. Never give up. Do you know how impactful it is if I'm in a room full of bankers or TV execs, and I can look them in the face, and a non-wrestling fan and can say, do you know who holds the record for the most Make-A-Wish visits in the history of that organization? It's a professional wrestler. Yes, it's John Cena. His whole mantra: hustle, loyalty, and respect. Never give up. And you're going to get this bullshit that we got to get heat on a heel in a time honored tradition. Conrad, is the silliest, most ridiculous argument that people are throwing up. He said, yeah, Gunther's going to get some heat, sure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he said the real heat out of that match was on creative, and that doesn't draw money. And what's interesting about that, I don't know if you remember when Hunter came out, Hunter got booed like crazy.
See,
He
and
got booed like crazy.
that's where it's stupid. We as a fan base are so plugged in now that we know who to boo.
Mm-hmm.
So that analogy is stupid. We know who booked the fucking show, so of course we're gonna boo fucking Triple H. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense.
You're right.
I'm like
Mm-hmm.
wrestling fans, like dudes that do podcasts and dudes that the majority that be dreading up the propaganda on Twitter. We know inside baseball, so of course we're gonna boo. Them dudes that are booing are old men, and then the kids are following the old man. Okay, so all that. Tell me the guy that was the guy in that generation that didn't go out like John Cena did. Fuck the way he lost, that he lost. Tell me who did it. Bruno did it, didn't he? Bob Backlund didn't he? Hulk Hogan didn't he? Rock Austin didn't he? Well, Rock didn't do it yet, but Austin did he? Didn't he? Rock did too. To who? John Cena. That's when you're on that level, when you're at that mountaintop. Jeff Jarrett, you're not at that mountaintop. So I understand how you look at it selfishly. John Cena's looking to let his name ring out to help the next dude. It sets up for plenty of things, which is one of them is a rumored match that Brock Lesnar is about to retire at some SummerSlam this year in Minneapolis. Can't say it right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a legend killer on my hands now, the new one.
That's what it's starting to seem like.
And plus, listen, the smile and the tap out, and he gave up. Listen here, listen here. The most famous give up is a man called Obi-Wan Kenobi when he fought Darth Vader. Looked at Luke when he came in the room. Look at the fucking clip. Look at Luke when he came in the room, smirked, and then let Darth Vader beat his ass. Understand what the storytelling is, people. He went out the way he wanted to go out. So for you to be mad, like John Cena, if he really wanted to win and give all the people the hope and all of that shit, if he really wanted to do that, you think he wouldn't have just said, "Yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother."
He could have.
You don't think he could have did that? And Triple H would have said, "All right, all right."
But then
Man went out
somebody,
the way he
but then
wanted to go out. So for
somebody,
everybody else to have a
but
problem
then
with it is
you know what?
ridiculous, in my opinion.
But then somebody would have complained about that because they felt John didn't do right by putting somebody over, knowing that he's leaving and not coming back or what have you. So I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion. That doesn't mean that they are right necessarily, but they have a right to say what they say.
You can
I
say
just
what you can
I
say, and I can say it's stupid.
Yeah, so I disagree. Like I said, I had no problems with what happened. I expected it. Like I said, I thought it was poetic. I thought it was poetic that the very thing that you stood for 20 years is the very thing that you ended up doing to losing your final match. You know?
Looking at it from a human perspective, my man, I can go all out and try to do something, but I'm a multi-million-dollar movie star, bro. You know what? You got it. I don't need it like that. I'm done anyway.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's the
So
most human thing you could have did, bro. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I liked it.
me personally, like I said, I text my uncle about it. He asked me what I thought about it. I said I had no problems with it. I think it's poetic. I think there's something poetic about sometimes the things that you're against or that you stand for are the very things that could end up being your demise or the reason why
Yeah.
you don't get to where you ultimately want to get or why you lose certain things. And I think for John Cena, in this instance, him giving up was I think storytelling wise, I think it was a great thing. Gunther got major heat on Monday Night Raw.
Gunther is
Uh,
Lex Luthor, bro. He's Lex
yeah,
Luthor now.
people. I mean, he went back what 2 or 3 times, and you know what was up there just boasting and trolling the crowd about how he beat John Cena because you saw what he did. Like when Adam Pierce told him to leave or whatever, he walking out, got his chest all out, couldn't tell him nothing. And then when he got in the car, AJ Styles backs up from the car
Look at
and he
that.
puts down the
Lined the
window.
next one up for him.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I have no problems with it. Um, I think I think some I understand people's frustration when it came to the last time is now tournament because I think they wanted people who have had an impact in John Cena's career. Of course, one of them being Edge, he's with another company, so obviously that wasn't happening. So you should know that. But also too, Gunther winning sets him up as the next, possibly as the next guy to, I'm not saying he'll be that next star, but he or next big mega star like Cena, but it sets him up to where he can be definitely do
He's
some
the top
damage right
heel.
away.
He's
Yeah,
the top
he's the
heel of the
top
company
heel.
now.
Yeah.
No, no,
So
that's like it did
yeah,
exactly what it's supposed to do. He's the top heel of the company now.
yeah. So no, I mean it's fine. It's fine. Overall, like it was a solid show. It was a solid. I didn't cry or anything like that, but I was kind of smiling to myself because I'm like, because you know how when your favorite basketball, baseball, football player says, and you know what, I'm calling it quits, whatever, and you had like an entire year to pretty much watch their last year of them
Mm.
competing, doing what you loved so much about them do.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
Kobe
same
did.
thing. What Kobe did, what LeBron is going to do, because ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, LeBron James is getting that farewell tour. I'm telling you
Whether it
that
be
now.
next year or the year after, for
He's
sure he
getting
get
that
that. Yeah,
farewell tour.
yeah.
Um, it was just great to watch, and then you realize like, damn it, it's really over. Like it's
Bro,
really right. It's really over, and
I'm not
like
gonna see this dude wrestle ever again.
ever
Cause you
ever
know when
again.
he say it, he's not wrestling no
Like I told my wife because she asked me if I cried. I said no, I didn't cry, but I said it was just
more. Yeah.
crazy because you realize he came to WWE in 2002. We're in 2025. That's 23 years he's
23
been
years of
with
my
this.
fucking life, bro.
Right.
Like,
You
bro.
know. I'm 44, so that he damn near over half my life.
Over half my life, bro.
Yeah,
Over half my life.
so I mean, it's just it was just a. I had no problems with the match. I honestly didn't. I had no
I
problems with the
don't. I
match.
didn't have a thing to like. I'm not like. I just don't get it. Like you so mad at something that man agreed to. Like if he was cool with it, why are you so fucking mad?
Yeah,
And it
I
wasn't
don't
like
know,
it was
man.
a bad match. Like it wasn't a shitty match or anything either. But like it was. He wanted to tap out to
Oh,
make a supervillain, and you're mad. Okay,
yeah.
that's
Um.
great.
No, overall, like I said, it was a solid PLE primetime network special, whatever you want to call it. Over out of five, I give it about a three and a half, four.
They said out of five. Yeah, you don't even deserve a 10. You gotta go five. I don't know. Like I guess a three and yeah, 3.5 is right. I mean, it wasn't nothing special. It was just really good.
Yeah, yeah. So no, no problems with it. Um, Saturday night, SmackDown and Raw happened over the weekend. I actually missed SmackDown because I was actually out at stuff that I had to take care of, so I actually didn't get a chance to watch. I
Yeah,
was busy all weekend, but
you
just
ain't
from
missed
the
nothing.
highlights, yeah, I didn't miss nothing. And Raw came on Monday. Triple H said that this was the beginning of a new era.
Y'all gotta
Um,
stop taking this man so seriously, bro. Y'all gotta
look
stop,
here,
bro.
look here.
Yeah,
If if
y'all
if
gotta stop.
if if this is the beginning of a new era, then boy, yeah. Whew. Um,
Bro, what was he
Raw,
gonna do on a random ass December Monday? They ain't
yeah,
doing nothing. He
nah.
just wanted
Raw,
he put Gunther up out there, and then that was it. That was it.
yeah, Raw. I watched Raw. I was like, yeah, didn't miss a whole lot. Uh, pretty
Yeah,
much, pretty much Raw.
yeah.
Raw is setting up for day one of Raw for next year when they have
Yeah, it's in
when
cruise
they're in
control.
Brooklyn. Yeah, they're
It's
in
in cruise
like you said.
control,
I
bro.
agree. They're in cruise control.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Gunther
Yeah,
comes out, got major heat. Um, the mask man was finally revealed, which we already knew who it
it was
was because they
fucking
confirmed
Austin
it.
Theory, except for
Right.
except for one guy, Montez Ford. Big white
uh,
face in the middle of that the fucking hoodie.
well,
Montez Ford.
they got makeup now, so. Uh,
This dude. Okay.
but no, you know what? It was almost like the worst kept secret because they revealed it after Survivor Series who it was, and then it felt like when Vince McMahon showed that he was a higher power,
It was me,
like
Austin.
right, oh son of a bitch, that's what it felt like.
Bro,
It felt like
like,
I was like,
I
oh
don't know.
okay. I I,
It was
I guess
alright,
the
man.
I guess the biggest shock was he cut his hair. That was like the biggest
No,
shock.
I've seen this dude. I seen him. I'm pretty sure I'm following him somewhere, and I seen him bald. Like I'm like he cut
Oh,
his hair randomly,
I didn't know that.
or he showed something like cutting his hair, and the hair was falling. Something. I know he cut his hair. So, and I'm like, I can't. And I'm like, soon as I seen, I'm like, all right. So I know he's not gonna say anything, right? So it's
Hmm.
like, okay, so you just literally you're gonna use. I feel like they're gonna use December just to give a bunch of context to how this group is now filling out.
So
You know what I'm saying?
with that rule, so with that right there, what do you think? How do you think they're going to play this out now with Austin Theory now is seemingly a part of the vision?
I kind of want to get another. I kind of need the next Raw to see what they say if they even interact because it wouldn't surprise me as even that he revealed himself that they still don't come together. Like they don't. They're not openly supporting each other right away. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I don't know. Like I feel it just feels like this is going to be. I don't know if you read manga, but you know those mangas or comic
Hmm.
books that just a lot of uh, exposition. There's a
Hmm.
lot of story beats, and you got to know this one to make sure you get 10 chapters down, and then you understand this is where this started type shit. That's what that felt like. Like okay, he is helping them. Why? And then they're gonna explain why for like 3 weeks. So yeah, that's kind of how it felt. And then I like the Usos. I'm like, and it's crazy to feel this way because that match was really good, the Usos versus the New Day. But I'm like, yeah, because it was just their normal greatness, right? Like I've seen that match a million times, a
Is it
million times.
because what? Is it because that there wasn't a championship on the line? It felt like that, or
I just think it was there. No, even if a championship was on the line, it was just what they do. Is that
right?
they have that? They have that. No matter what part of the New Day, which three of them and the Usos just have a spark about them that just gets out really good matches. Even their quote unquote bad matches, which I would put this in the level of, but between them and what they give, that shit was still a good match. Like you'll still watch that over half the tag team matches that they'll book in a month because it's just that it was good. But as far as like between them two, like the history of that team, the teams, that was
Mm-hmm.
a low tier match. That was a low tier match for them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the respect for their work that I say that. It's not like they were bad. It's just it was a they were out there just probably calling it out in the ring, didn't even rehearse it nothing. He was like, yeah, do this, do that. Matter of fact, I heard Jay Uso say crossbody, and Austin Reeves was like, yeah, I got you. They didn't win over and took the fucking crossbody. Like like it was just yeah, they was out there just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Friends in the backyard, and it's cool. But yeah,
Right.
that's what Raw was. It was cool.
Yeah,
You know,
man. That's all right. I wasn't
Raquel
knocking.
Rodriguez got a big ass another face on her fucking head.
No, yeah, and I did see something like she might be well, I think she is in concussion protocol.
Did she? It would not surprise me.
Yeah,
She had a big nugget,
yeah, man. I
big
saw
nugget.
the. Woo. Yeah, man. She had that Scotty. Yo, no, she had that Martin knot.
She hit her head just like Jade hit her head, but Jade just split her shit. She
Mhm.
got the hematoma. The
Yeah.
hematoma's worse. I think. Yo. I'd rather split my shit. I'd rather split my shit than have that fucking big ass egg on your head and you got to fucking wear the fucking ice patch
Hmm.
on all four. I fucking hate that. Just split my shit open. Just split my shit, bro.
Yeah, but yeah,
This
she
shit was
she she's
hard.
she's in concussion protocol right now. So now, hopefully Raquel get well soon. Hopefully everything is all right. For the most part, everything was just it was just a meh raw.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular happened. Oh,
Yeah.
CM Punk was out there talking
Hey,
about the Steiners the Steiners
you know what?
uh
That was an
mental
average ass
capacity.
fucking. That was an average ass promo. That shit was average as shit. He had them shits in his back pocket because that crowd. I don't know if that crowd because I know they was doing double taping, so maybe they were a little tired. But that crowd was weak as shit. Whole night they were weak in
Hmm.
Hershey, weak as shit. But yeah, man, it was like he pulled out them shits when the crowd was not saying like they were making no noise, and he started talking about the Steiners, and I immediately tweeted, bro, that man had that in his back pocket to make the crowd go crazy. He's like he had like 4 or 5 of them that just yeah, let's get them whipped up because ooh ah. But yeah, but that if you run the promo back, that was the average ass promo. The
Hmm.
only thing you can say about it is the slights against his uncle and his father. So yeah, eh, again, but it was just a cool Raw. It wasn't
Hmm.
nothing special. So
Yeah.
can't really say much about that one.
No, you really can't. Really can't. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new segment we're going to introduce. It's called Antoine Rants.
Hmm.
Antoine Rants. Antoine said he has a lot to say because he's been gone for about 2 weeks. So, Antoine, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your shit off. Let us know what is it is grinding your gears right now.
So I mean, I already said one part of it. Like this, I can only call it fake because it just feels just manufactured. You got Ariel Hawani talking about this. It was the worst booking of all time. So shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Shonen. I don't need your opinion on wrestling, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut the fuck up. All right? Shut up. The discourse in a certain set of a community can throw you off the fun of watching something. Like we don't understand that this is a fucking TV show at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't bust out your 100% swing every night in baseball, brother. It's 162 games. They got 52 weeks of TV and trying to manage people's health and trying to make sure they're good mentally and trying to make sure they get on the right track for the important part of the season, which is about to come up in January, going into Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania. That's the important time. That's where if you need to sit here and say something's ass and he's not booking the show correctly and all of this, opinionated raised bait bullshit, tell me it still sucks in January when the shit matters. Tell me it still sucks in March when the shit matters. Okay? They make their money in 5 months. 5 months. That's when this company makes their money. Okay? I'm sorry to tell you that this is a business. So he's not going to shoot his best shot every night. It doesn't make sense to. But I get it. Everybody wants to be emotional. Everybody wants to get on this fucking thing right here and say whatever you want, and it makes you feel good after that. If it makes you feel good after that, you need to seek help. Nobody cares about what you say on this shit, bro. This shit ain't real. Okay? This shit ain't real. So, you know, I really just wanted to say that to just say, let's try to be nicer to each other. That's just it's no reason to about a TV show that's not paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is and that's for a lot of people, even the people that make money off of their podcasts. There's no reason to be angry about stuff. Have an opinion, that's great. But when you get to all this name calling and stuff like that, it just makes it takes the fun out of it. Like I have to be 100% right in every prediction I say, and if I'm not, I'm gonna get murdered. That don't make sense. I don't understand how that's fun for people. I don't understand why people want to do that to people. The man lost a match the way he wanted to lose a match.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Antoine's rants. Ah!
Yeah, civilized, civilized. You know, be civilized.
um,
I'm not a cretin. You know, everybody can have their opinion, and I can have my opinion to call your take stupid. Respectfully, though, I'll say it with all respect. That take is stupid. There's not a top guy in this business that don't go out. Now, if you wanted him to get pinned rather than tap, brother and sister, maybe you should have paid attention on Monday when he said he was going to make that man give up. Why did you think he said that? Because it was just a cool thing to do? They told you a week before. A week before. It wasn't even hidden. He said, I'm going to make you do the thing that you said you wouldn't do. I'm going to make you give up. He told you that. What did you think he said that for?
Mm-mm. Mick Foley recently stated that because of Donald Trump's comments about the death of Rob Reiner and
You
his
can call him
wife,
President
uh,
Trump. He's president. I mean, you could have
folks
said
didn't want to hold on. Folks didn't want to call Barack president. I ain't calling that clown president.
that.
Um,
Yeah,
but
Chris
yeah,
said that
but
one.
but he
Mm.
said, he was already questioning WWE's allegiance to Donald Trump. And then after the comments that were made recently by Donald Trump about Rob Reiner and his wife being murdered, unfortunately, by their son, Mick Foley said that when his Legends contract is up in June, he is not renewing. He is not doing any more sign meet and greets or anything like that. So, Fair, I'm gonna ask you, what are your thoughts about this? I know Mankind's not moving the needle, but what are your thoughts about this as far as
You call him mankind.
a legend like Mick Foley, aka Man? I did call him Mankind, didn't I? Mick Foley, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, a legend like Mick Foley is saying that he is no longer going to be a part of this company. Do you think that this could possibly maybe encourage or discourage future wrestlers from stepping out or stepping away from the company because of political differences?
I mean, good for him.
Hmm.
I mean, listen, not I don't like politics. I used to love politics. Politics used to be great theater, and then this dude came in here and just
He
ruined
muddied up, yeah. He muddied up
it.
the
Just
waters.
ruined it. So I really don't like talking politics. But listen, every corporation that you use today is cozy to that administration. I would anybody who is watching this, I will bet you whatever you pay for your mortgage or rent or whatever, that every corporation has a hand in that administration. It's just what they do. They play both sides. If it was Biden in there and he had the initiative to get healthy and shit, Triple H walked his ass right in there if they asked him to do it.
Hmm.
Wanna know why? It's not about the dude. It's about the office. Unfortunately, the dude in the office, eh, you know, you know, it's not my cup of tea. And I'm not trying to say anything disparaging about it. It's just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But the office of the president asked the head of WWE Creative to be a part of a national uh, healthy uh, campaign or whatever they're doing to get everybody exercising in schools and stuff like that. Who's not, you know, like
He,
who's
he
not
well, he also has Lawrence Taylor in there too. So
right? Yeah, it's
so
a Herschel Walker. Um, it's a couple of different people. Dana White, I think. It's a lot of people that are in corporations that are part of that council, or stars, or movie stars, or athletes that are a part of that council. The office of the president asked them to do that. It wasn't Donald Trump that asked them. Donald Trump don't know nothing about that shit. Let's like keep it real. Donald Trump don't know nothing about that damn shit.
Donald Trump don't
It-
know
it-
nothing
the-
about it. He don't know shit about shit. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's
well,
just keep it a
yeah,
buck.
I mean, it
But
is what it is. But he don't know about no healthy whatever for the kids. He ain't he ain't a part of that shit. So now you got to end your contract and some money that's coming in your pocket for some shit that dude ain't even really a part of. It's just his name that's a part of his administration.
and so
What is the work that they're
that's
actually
true.
doing? Is the work they're doing? good? Like, has anybody checked that out? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not here to sit here and say I, the dude is not a good person. I don't know what it's not. It's a lot of good, not good people in this world. So Jeff Bezos, I don't think is a great person. You gonna use Amazon? You gonna watch Amazon? You gonna watch the game on Thursday, Chris?
Who's playing
You gonna watch the game?
Thursday?
I don't know. You gonna watch it?
I don't know.
I think
Honestly,
LA.
probably not.
I think the Rams is gonna be on.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Are you
Rams
gonna
and
watch a Prime Video? You gonna watch Invincible when it comes out?
I'm gonna watch it. Allegedly, I might watch it on a different source of entertainment.
Whatever. You're still gonna watch it though, because it's an Amazon. It's an Amazon Entertainment, so it don't matter. You're still watching the shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm still playing.
You know.
I'm still playing. Or I'm still getting that new James Bond because Amazon Studios is producing it too. So
I don't know.
no,
Like,
but you know what though?
what am
I
I?
could.
I'm not gonna go to Walmart.
Right, right. Folks still
I
going to
need
Walmart.
TV. You know what I'm saying?
But
I
you know
need
what though?
TV.
I will say this, and I mean we don't have to get all political or whatever, but it was just something that kind of caught my eye, and a little newsworthy. But I will
No,
say
and shout out
Target.
to Mick. So no, shout out to Mick. He stood by his morals. It's not a bad thing what he did. He stood on what he stood on. That's cool.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? He
right,
he he a good a good dude for it. He should be a role model. I just don't believe in shit like that because you can't do shit in this world then. Nothing.
right.
You can't fly. You can't take a train. You can't go up to the supermarket. See, I live in Florida. I can't do shit then. I
Yeah.
can't do shit.
Uh, no, I was gonna say no. I commend Mick for doing what he did because some people would have been like, you know what, I'll just I won't say nothing, I won't do nothing. So I commend him for that because, like you said,
Absolutely.
he's essential. I mean, and I'm not saying he can't make money doing some other stuff or whatever, but
I'm
obviously he
sure
was probably
he can make money. I'm just
right.
saying,
No, but I'm
I
pretty sure
mean,
he
give
was
him a
getting
check for it.
yeah. But you know what though? Sometimes all money ain't good money, as they say.
Yeah, and he,
So no, I was going to say that when Target took away their DEI policies, and a lot of black people, not all, but a lot of black people said they were boycotting going to Target. And some people didn't think it was going to work. I had people on my timeline saying, "Oh, that's not going to work." So I think Target really suffered a lot of foot traffic in their
they
stores,
did.
and
They stock price I think went down a bit,
yeah,
a bit
it went
too.
down a lot. Yeah, so for those who think boycotting doesn't won't hurt
It
or
don't.
won't do a whole lot, it
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 don't.
can impact. It impacts. So it impacts
Yeah, but
businesses and everything. But I mean, look, I'm not look. My thing is this. I think another big issue is that him being the president of the United States, you have to set a better example, which he has not. A better example of being the leader of our country, which he has not done both times he's been in office. And the fact that you came out pretty much this whole second tour, if you will, is pretty much just him on a revenge tour. And I said that before he got elected. I said if he gets elected, it's going to be a revenge tour, and it's pretty much turning out to be that. If you,
I mean, if you didn't see that coming, you're fucking
yeah,
blind. Why
exactly,
wouldn't he?
exactly. I mean, I think everybody kind of knew that's what it was. Um, So no, I commend Mick for doing that. I commend him for standing on his morals, standing 10 toes down. Um, will other people take suit? I don't know.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it too. I think, I think with all of us, a lot of people don't care about certain things until it affects us, right? And I'm not saying that, um, and I'm not saying that Mick wasn't mad for himself, or maybe mad at Triple H or even Linda McMahon to a certain extent. I'm sure he has ties to Linda because Vince, obviously, she's the head of the
I think
Department
him
of
and Linda are
Education.
very good friends.
Yeah. but I'm
Listen,
pretty sure.
like it's not about nothing else when people are protesting and or doing what they're doing. It's just the dude. It's not no. It's nobody give a shit about Linda McMahon. Nobody gives a shit
My thing,
about you know.
I think they do. I think people are mad or upset at the fact that you're the head of
She
this.
took a job. She took a
She took a
job.
job and she's not good at it. Let's just keep it a
Who the
bean.
fuck is good at jobs in
She's
the
not
government? They all
she's not
trash.
good at it. She's not good
They're
at
all
it.
trash.
And now you cut something, or you gutted a department, honestly, that affected my household in a sense because of what you did for that. I have a son in college that affect his Pell Grants and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it's not, but I don't know. For me, like when you say Linda did it, you think Linda actually sat there and said, "Hey, let me do this." Like
I'm pretty sure her and her
she was
team.
given an order.
Yeah, you're right. But guess what? You're the head of that department. You're going to get that blame, whether or not you made the final call, because you're the head of it. You're the face of it. You're going to get that blame.
Yeah,
I
listen,
mean,
I like I said, I look at things differently. Listen, yeah, all that shit you're saying is right. I'm not disputing what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not
Mhm.
disputing what you're saying. People don't care. You know what she this is her second time being in a government position. Her second time under this dude. You know, when she go with the pension she gonna be paid and you know the health insurance she gets, people don't care as long as it benefits them. And that's
I
just the
think
honest truth of the world.
I
That's
think
I mean,
I think I think and we can change it after this. Like I can say I just brought it up because
I don't
Mick Foley.
yeah,
Um, I just think that I think the people who don't care are the ones who are in her corner. I think the ones who are not, or who didn't vote for this, they care a lot.
you know, I think a lot of people who voted for it care a lot now because they
Oh
fucking
yeah,
realize,
hell
oh
yeah.
shit,
'Cause the shit,
oh my God.
yeah, because it got real for them.
Yeah. So listen, if it I am I'm a blessed man. I'm kind of in the middle class, probably not all the way there, but right at it. Also, all the federal stuff don't apply to people like that. Like, you know, I might have to pay a higher uh mortgage rate, or I might have
Hmm.
to pay a little bit more in taxes, which I am. They fucking raised my taxes. The house tax is $8,000 fucking. Oh my God. Oh my God. But we had the money in escrow. So we good. So you know, I don't like to sit here and let that stuff bother me. I was taught how to move in this world and I'm gonna move in this world. And I'm gonna teach my kids how to move in this world and I'm gonna have them pass that shit down. You just gotta move until you know you got 2 years because the midterms are coming and anybody and everybody who's complaining, just go to them damn voting booths
Yep.
and do what you
Go to the
gotta do.
voting booths.
And
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't, then you deserve what you get.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up tonight's episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays, to everybody out there. We'll probably be off. Christmas is coming up, so
Yeah, we're
yeah,
out.
yeah, we're
We're not
out.
doing this.
It, enjoy the time. Hey, enjoy the time with your family and friends and your loved ones.
Merry Christmas,
Um,
Chris.
yeah, Merry Christmas, fair. Merry Christmas,
Happy New
Smitty.
Year and all of that.
Yep.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
Kwanzaa,
Smitty.
happy Hanukkah, all
Hanukkah,
that
all of
stuff.
that. Rosh
All of that.
Hashanah. Is that nah, it's not around here. My bad. Sorry. But
I don't know. I just know three or four sayings. That's all I know.
yeah,
Uh, but make
something
sure you
around there.
follow us
Around there.
on Twitter at WWTV 2024. Also, hit that like, subscribe button on our YouTube channel, Wrestling with the Bros. So when we go live, like we are now, you will be notified. For Fair, James, who's not here, Smitty, I'm Chris. You all take care. Smitty, hit the music. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros.
Acknowledge us.